We'll see.
Oh, that's not fun. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Melissa Shockey Lavispear. This is week 2 of Real Women of Philadelphia, and my Philly cream cheese inspired recipe for appetizer is a Cajun seafood fondue. Let's go to the stove and start cooking. I'm going to turn my heat on medium-high. And in my skillet, I already have 4 tablespoons of real butter. Paula, you'd like that. Next to, we're going to add 1 finely minced shallot and 2 finely minced cloves of garlic. Next, we're going to add to that 1 cup of chopped multicolored. I like to use red, green, and yellow bell peppers to give my fondue some color. We'll crank up the heat here and get started. I've already preheated my oven to 350 degrees. Once we have the fondue assembled, we're going to put it in the oven for a few minutes to finish melting the cheese topping and heat it completely through. While my peppers, onions, and garlic are sauteing, I'm going to turn my back saute pan on medium-low, and in it I have 1 stick or half a cup of butter. Once that is melted, I'm going to add 2 8-ounce Philly cream cheese to it, and once that's all melted, we'll start seasoning it. Well, my stove doesn't want to seem to work today. We're going to saute our vegetables until they are tender, but we don't want to cook them until they're caramelized and brown.
Go from wherever you want.
Alright. Our skillet is heated up nicely and our vegetables are starting to saute. You don't want to crowd your pan, and try to keep it as evenly spaced in there so you get cooking on all surfaces. Alright, now that we have our peppers, garlic, and onion going well, we're going to add 1½ cups of sauteed baby bell mushrooms and continue cooking. Alright, we're going to need to lower our heat down a little here. Alright, in our back saute pan, our butter is completely melted. And to that, we are going to add our 2 8-ounces of Philly cream cheese that we've chopped up. Well, maybe we are. Aha! Into the skillet you go. Get out of our way. Alright, we'll let that sit and start melting. Lower our heat a little more on our vegetables and raise the heat on our cream cheese. Keep a close eye on your cream cheese and stir it from time to time. You want it to melt well and blend well with your butter, but you don't want it to brown, or if you let the milk products cook too long, you're going to have a mess in your skillet and you'll have to start all over. Alright. Our vegetables are almost done. Maybe a minute or 2 longer. and I did what I told you ladies and gentlemen not to do. I've crowded my pan and now my cheese doesn't want to melt. Alright, we'll fix that in a minute. Alright. Now, vegetables are done. We're going to go ahead and turn off our heat, and I'm going to start adding my seafood. I have enough residual heat in my skillet, and my seafood is already cooked, so I don't want to put too much heat on it. It will dry it out and turn it rubbery and hard. So to my cooked vegetables, I'm going to add 1.5 cups or 12 ounces of petite cooked shrimp, 1.5 cups of crawfish tails. And if you don't have crawfish tails available in your area, you're welcome to use all shrimp. It's a very versatile recipe. You can use all crawfish, all shrimp. If you wanted to really up the ante, you could even add a chopped lobster to it. And finally, we're going to add our jumbo lump meat crab that we've picked through and made sure that there's no shell in it. Alright, everybody into the pool. Alright, now we're just going to gently fold this together because we don't want to break up your crab. And we have boilage on our cream cheese. So let's lower our heat for it just a little bit. Alright, our seafood and vegetables are done. We're going to transfer them to, this is an oven-proof baking dish. We're going to transfer it over here and smooth it out into the bottom of our baking dish. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to transfer my cheese and butter to this skillet and get this out of my way. Alright, while that continues to melt, we're going to spread our seafood out in our pan. Now,
7.5 minutes.
alright, to our cream cheese, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic or garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder,
We're at 8 minutes.
2 teaspoons of Old Bay seafood seasoning, half a teaspoon of cayenne or red pepper, and 1 tablespoon of Louisiana or Tabasco style hot sauce. When we come back, I will have my cheese melted. We will pour it over our seafood mixture, top it with a cup of grated cheese, and it'll go into the oven. See you in a few minutes. And we're back. While you were gone, we finished melting the cream cheese. It's seasoned properly. I've spread it over the top of my vegetable and seafood mixture. I finished it off with a cup and a half of finely grated cheddar cheese. Now, we're going into the 350 degree preheated oven for 10 minutes. And when we come back the last time, we'll have our finished dish and we'll show you how we present it and eat it at our home.